Glorious greetings, my friends, as I, the Elven Wizard here, or Aaron Pine from Inner Realms Journey. I hope you're having a wondrous, magical day. In this Wizard of Wisdom video, I want to share with you about companions or allies, as I like to call them, through your Inner Realms Journey experience. Now, of course, if you're watching this and you haven't checked out innerrealmsjourney.com, well, what are you waiting for? Get over there, start your free journey, connect with your avatar, build your inner realm sanctuary, and start exploring the magical realms across the Tree of Life. And along your journeys, you're going to get to connect and create, if you will, some allies. Now, this is inspired by the tradition of guardian angels, spirit guides, Feraga, which is, and I'm probably not pronouncing it 100% right, is the Norse tradition of a guardian totem animal or a spirit that supports you. There's pretty much this concept of these beings that are in some other dimension of spirit, of our psyche, even imaginary friends, if you will, that are there to support us, bring us wisdom and guidance. And one fun way I like to think of them, particularly when we're journeying through the realm of Earth here and we're experiencing this life, is if you've ever played, say, like a video game or something where you are focused in and you're going through, maybe you're playing like a video game or a computer game, or even just really anything in life you're doing, and you've got your friends over there, and they aren't the ones playing it, or they're not the ones maybe dealing with that experience, but they sort of have this outside perspective, and maybe they can see things that you can't because you're so just in it, right? And hopefully you have some friends like that in this life that can maybe give you some outside perspective, but of course you're the one in it, playing the game, playing the video game. Now these allies are there as well. They're sort of outside of your experience, of your journey, and they're there to support you. Now, any great hero in legend, in myth, and any great story has different guides that support them on their journey, right? Maybe it's like Yoda, right, for Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. Maybe it's Gandalf, one of my favorites, guiding over the Frodo in Lord of the Rings, right? They're there to support. The main character is the one that has to go on this journey, but they're there to support. So this idea that as you explore different realms in the realms journey, you're going to get to connect with different allies that are going to support you in different ways that are made completely unique to you. And it's been really amazing to see what our users come back with, what different allies they come up with. Some are very maybe traditional, like we've seen wolves and foxes and bears and things like that, to very wild creatures of a silvery changing fox snake creature and a sphinx creature and all sorts of wondrous things. So you're going to get to meet some, and then I invite you in the different trainings and quests in there to bring them to life in some way. Write about them if they are perhaps an actual animal here in this world, to do some research on that animal. Maybe go visit them if you can at the zoo, or maybe in wild if it's safe to. Maybe donate, help conservation efforts towards those animals, whatever you can do to connect with that animal, bring it to life, maybe having artwork of that animal or ally, or images of it, or statues or something. So two of mine is, of course, I've got a dragon. So I've got a few dragon things around my house, but I've got this cool dragon necklace. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. So that's my dragon animal ally that's with me whenever I'm wearing that. It helps me just stay connected and know that energy there is there. And then my other favorites, which you'll get to meet in the meditations, is Ratataskr, which is a magical squirrel from the Tree of Life, particularly in the Norse. So I happened to come across this at a place when I was out and about. I was like, oh, I gotta have a little squirrel animal. So he hangs out at the house here. So Ratataskr, if you don't know, is this magical squirrel in the ancient Norse Tree of Life mythology that travels all over the Tree of Life and sort of brings news and wisdom and insights, and maybe stirs things up a little bit as well across the Tree of Life. So that's one of my allies. You're going to get to meet him in a few of the journeys as well. So it's super fun to build these, and in another way, they represent aspects of our own psyche, of our own subconscious, of our own superconscious. Of course, I've seen, read reports and stories of people all over the world having, experiences with beings in other realms and realities, etc. So I believe there's something there. Modern society, we've often sort of pushed that out. I think the concept of a guardian angel is somewhat acceptable in modern day. And that goes back, if you really look in the history of all kinds of things beyond just angels. Of course, angels could be one of them, and we do have the angelic realms you might explore. You may have one or two, you may have a huge list. My list continues to grow. I love to create these concepts and these characters, and then many of them I weave into the Inner Realms Journey experience as different characters you get to meet and help you on your journey. So some of them you'll meet in the meditations are ones that came to me and have been part of my magical journey, my story, and I've woven them in to aid you as well. So hopefully that gives you a little insight. Like I said, as you begin to explore and these allies become clear to you, I encourage you to find ways to bring them to life, to help you remember that they're there, particularly when you are going through some challenging experiences, because they're there as a mechanism for support, for guidance, to comfort you. And sometimes in our journey through life we can be alone, and I know that can be very challenging. So to have some level that we're never truly alone, there's something there with us, can be very helpful and help us move out of difficult situations, help us move out of some of the heavy emotions, and find a way to find empowerment and transformation and movement when we're stuck in some sort of situation. So having symbols of those around you, like I said, a stuffed animal, an artwork up, a little statue figurine, that helps you reconnect and remember them when you are feeling challenged or stressed out. Because when we're in those states of being, it's hard to remember that we have that support there. So if you've got this sitting on your desk or something like that, when you're not feeling so, oh yeah, the Rattatasker's with me, it's all right, right? He brings sort of this joy and playfulness and goofiness to my life. So it reminds me to stay, lighthearted about things. So hope you get to explore some of your allies in the Inner Realms Journey experience and bring them to life for your own magic in your own journey. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, again, check out innerrealmsjourney.com. Discover your avatar, discover your allies, and may the magic of all the realms flow through you.